Oh yeah, get hit of this. We're gonna watch 2001. That's some good shit. Yeah, hit that shit. How you liking this party?
It's pretty rad. I don't know if it's a party, it's just the two of us sitting in a living room that's covered in props from what looks to be a low-budget cable access TV show.
Listen, I told you they fired me. It's all over. I stole the walls from the garbage, and I put together a brand new set. We're going to be doing Malevolent movie.
All right, fine, Joe. I think you need to calm down.
Pass me that shit back. I need to calm. I need to calm down.
Joe, what is this?
I talked up to the back of my mom's station wagon tailpipe.
Joe, I'm not like a chemist, but I'm pretty sure we're not supposed to try to breathe through your teeth. Maybe it'll filter it out.
So, are you gonna watch the show?
No, probably not.
Welcome to the mortifying malevolent movies, a horror review show with benevolent Buckley. Along with some friends, he's gonna watch some trash, so stick around and catch what they'll see.
The Haunting of Foster Cabin. Any stars in this movie? John Savage, who at one point was in The Deer Hunter, had a career. Eileen Dietz, I believe, she was the face of the Exorcist demon. The original.
That's actually good.
So at least there's a couple of people in this movie. Let's read what it said. Ooh, it's a very small synopsis. All right. Come on.
I just want to read.
Smell like baloney. In a remote mountain cabin, 5 sorority sisters accidentally unleash an unholy entity and must battle evil and each other to stop it from devouring mankind. See, that's what I like. Straightforward, simple. It doesn't tell me everything that I want, that I'm going to hear about.
There's going to be a girl fight?
Looks on the back. There's demons with eyes, evil dead faces. There's a Ouija board. There's some sort of demonic half circle with a girl praying in the middle of it.
You open the gate, bitch.
It's got 2 directors, Rand Vossler, Bob Gill. Now, Rand Vossler, if I remember correctly, being a big nerd, is one of Tarantino's old friends. Back in Tarantino's video store days, I think. You'd have to look that up, but I want to say Rand Vossler has something to do with Tarantino back in the day. Otherwise, though, I recognize nothing else about this movie, behind or in front of the camera.
Well, it seems like a good cast for like a direct-to-DVD thing.
The film contains violence, adult language, and situations, and nudity. Copyright 2015, MTI, home video.
I stole the walls from the garbage.
Go ahead and give it the DVD smell. How's it smell? Does it smell cheap? Yeah, it's got a kind of a banana smell.
Yeah, it's fine. It's like a scratch and sniff.
But yeah, The Haunting at Foster Cabin. I kind of feel okay about this. I think this may be not be too bad. So
I'm going to give it my stamp of approval ahead of time.
well, put the brakes on that one. It's not quite ready. Here we go. We're watching the movie. Here we go.
Valencia film.
A Haunting at
You gotta-
Foster Place.
You know it's
Foster
going to be
home.
good when they have a yin yang in their production logo.
Well, it's because it's going to be partly good and partly bad, and they want to recognize that up front.
Well, we just finished viewing Haunting at Foster Cabin.
No, wasn't this a Demon's Crest?
It's got multiple titles. Demon Legacy was one of the titles. See How They Run. There's a poster that exists of this movie called See How They Run, although it claims that Kane Hodder and Dave Grohl are going to be in the movie.
Yeah, no, I don't think that was going to happen.
No, so I think that was maybe a promotional poster to try and dredge up money.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was released as Demon Legacy and then finally Haunting at Foster Cabin.
It's pretty clear that this is a movie that was chopped up or added on to, and it's not as it was originally supposed to be.
And everything was going great until they threw the Ouija board into the fire. Everybody knows that you shouldn't fool around with Ouija boards.
The snowstorms,
It was like, it was a full-on blizzard.
the fires,
The road was blocked off because there was wildfire all around our shooting location.
and the flood.
The water was this deep, and it just totally wiped out the set.
We managed to overcome this all and put together a great film.
That's pretty clear, although think they did it okay.
I will say this. It's the best movie I think we watched so far. It had a breezy pace. And characters that I didn't completely hate. I knew what was going on. I knew what the story was.
You didn't hate them because you thought they were hot.
Well...
Grandma, can you hear me?
Kind of sexy.
Nobody's noticing this?
Her getting possessed is kind of erotic.
Yeah.
But they also, I don't feel that they were super annoying. Yeah, for a while they were in the party, when they were first hanging out, the dialogue was very contrived and it didn't make a lot of sense and it was very groany and
Holy shit, they have a hot tub!
That's just how girls are.
cringy, yeah. And then, but as the movie went on and they became demons, I didn't hate the movie. I knew, for me, the best part of it was that I knew what was going on at all times.
This is just demon boobs.
Yeah.
That's it.
A bunch of people got possessed by a demon. It was connected to the lead actress's scary grandmother. They come across a demon hunter in the woods who helps her fight the demon, and it was pretty cut and dry.
But do you understand what happened? Okay, so yeah, the main. What was the main character's name?
Michelle.
Michelle. She gets broken up with her boyfriend, whatever. She's throwing his crap out the window.
Michelle, let me in. Come on. I can explain, Michelle.
Keep it down over there, Romeo.
Hey, come down and say to my face, asshole.
And she gets really introspective on it for a while. And then she's like, you know what I need? I need a nice girls' night in my grandma's possessed cabin.
She's having nightmares of what's going to happen in the future, too.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing all that again.
Yeah, it'll all be coming back.
But, like, in the background, like, during one of the, like, just kind of, like, outside scenes in the beginning, you can see just, like, some random, like, trucker flipping off the camera.
Yeah, so obviously they didn't rope off the area. They were just kind of probably shooting pretty quickly, guerrilla style. Yeah. And some just person in that town driving by saw that they were making a movie of just... This guy here doesn't know what movies about. So y'all making a movie?
The credits happen.
Demonic Jeff Foxworthy.
Demon Jeff Foxworthy right there.
And then something, the movie starts to happen, and then the movie stops.
She might want to cut it a bit.
It's chunky. It's just chunky hair.
How are you a hair guy all of a sudden?
And then the credits start to happen again, I think.
It's probably telling that we remember that random trucker flipping off the camera more than the actual exposition of the film.
So Michelle arrives at the cabin. It's daytime. Her friends are there. It's a very weird exchange at first, but eventually they're hugging each other.
Hippie chick. We got the rocker chick. The conservative chick.
Yeah. The chick with the overcoat.
Everybody's
just a character type.
Everybody's represented. You're gonna be okay, girl, and we're gonna have a girls' night, and you're gonna forget your ex-boyfriend. And then it cuts. They're in the cabin, and it's night, and they're still unloading their suitcases and.
I bet that picture looks great.
Yeah.
Hey, a little help here?
They're still unloading.
They're still unloading the car.
It's been 4 hours later.
Well, it's heavy.
Well, that part of the country, the sunset takes about 12 seconds. So anyway, they get to the cabin. They start having a party. They're talking about their woes and boyfriends and this and that and the other, and just drinking. And there's a little bit of drama, and a lot of them are calling each other bitches, and it's that sort of movie.
Holy shit, they have a hot tub!
And then the lead actress, Michelle, starts talking about how she's clairvoyant. And her friends are like, I didn't know you were clairvoyant. She's like, oh yeah, I'm clairvoyant.
My family has a history of clairvoyancy. Seriously. You too? Really? You never told us about that.
So she says in the beginning that their family has owned the cabin for a long time. And
since the 1800s.
Yeah, 1800s. They built it on top of this old cabin, this other cabin that got run down or something. I missed, was that old cabin possessed?
This house is badass. When you said you were hiding out in a secluded cabin, I was expecting it to be a little more, Evil Dead-ish.
You know there used to be a little rustic cabin here, but it burnt down a few years ago. And then my family built this one right on top of the old one.
So how did it burn down?
No one knows. My grandmother died in the fire. Oh, I'm sorry.
Glug, glug, champagne, champagne. We're naked in the hot tub.
Damn, girl, your body's slamming.
How'd you get so thin? Depression.
the one girl with the Rolling Stone T-shirt, the punky one, I guess. She's hanging out in the hot tub. The lead, Michelle, comes to the hot tub, and she's just topless.
Yeah.
Just topless. It's
As
not.
one does.
You know,
yeah, she wants to make sure her boobs get a good soaking.
But she was the established lead actor.
Yeah.
That's true.
Hey, ladies.
Well, I mean, hey. Weird. I mean, this is what I think every man assumes girl nights are, but I don't think they are. And it wasn't.
Or was it foreshadowing?
Yeah,
it could be. And it wasn't a romantic scene. However, two other female characters do end up kissing in the kitchen. And it's kind of awkward because one girl's like, "Whoa, I'm not really into this," and the other girl's like, "Oh, I thought you were into this. Never mind, let's not talk about it again." And it is never talked about again.
Well, no, because the one girl gets possessed. Who made the move? She gets possessed as the demon. As the demon, she didn't appreciate being shunned.
Because it is hard enough to be gay, but to be in love with a girl that your brother is gay! Leave me alone!
Let me love you to death.
Yeah, I think it would have been a good scene for like maybe the demon to get a hold of her and just like get like a sharp demon tongue and go like, and kill her like that. But I think instead they just chop off her heads.
It's very difficult to resurrect them. You got to get a Ouija board. You got to ask them questions because that's what they do. They get an old Ouija board out.
And they did their dare game. Dare time, dare time, dare time. Woo!
Hey! Ooh, chicken. Kelly didn't have a flashlight. Whatevs.
I'm out.
The pointer, we'll call it for lack of a better word, the pointer, because that ends up becoming a very important part of the plot line. But they use the pointer goes crazy. It talks about a grandmother. Then all of a sudden, the ghost, the spirit, the apparition of Michelle's grandmother appears over the Ouija board. She just spells out the spoiler for wind machine going off, but the only one that can see the apparition is, of course, Michelle. Apparition disappears. People go their separate ways, and that's when all of a sudden miraculous possessions happen of these characters.
Reverse Green Miles happen all over.
Oh,
she's got the demon rash.
The brown finger.
She's just looking up there to make sure she didn't shit. Yeah.
I'm still unclear as to why she had black-brown finger and black foot. Like, as if she had frostbite from a skiing trip.
It was establishing the demon fungus.
Yeah. But she wasn't possessed by the demon yet. She just already had it, and then she got the demon
knew she was weak.
I just kind of took it as she was really dirty, and that's why she was in the shower.
That's why she was in the shower.
Finger? One really dirty finger.
Yeah. She's just digging up looking for worms to go fishing tomorrow. Yeah.
She's using her longest finger, like an anteater. Sticks its nose in, the longest tongue. She was doing the same thing, with trying to get worms out of the earth. Thanks, Joe.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, here comes Green Mile.
Yep.
Oh no. No. It's gonna shoot her asshole.
No.
By any orifice necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah, where's
two
the
confirmed demons?
Yeah, there's two confirmed demons.
One's a clairvoyant.
Where's Rolling Scones?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
She gave a Joe mouth.
Joe, she did a Joe mouth. Look at that.
Doing a very good job.
That's a dull axe.
Is it going in or out?
And those went in. So was that like life force from her?
Maybe it's like a Jedi thing, like the midichlorians.
But none of the demons in the Haunting of Briar County.
Yeah.
What's it?
The Foster Demon House.
Haunting Foster Cat.
I'm enjoying Foster. What's this called? Foster?
Foster Home.
Foster Home.
Foster Home.
The Haunting of Foster Place.
Haunting Foster House.
Your motivation is you used to be in the Deer Hunter, Oscar nominated. Now you're in Foster Haunting Place. The Cider Demon rules.
Haunting Forest Demon rules.
I saw a guy's head fit in a vagina.
Watch Foster movie. Haunting Forrest Whitaker. Forrest Whitaker's eye. Haunting at Foster Place.
No, I got it. The Haunting at the Foster Place.
Haunting at Foster Cabin.
Haunting
at Foster Cabin.
The Haunting of Foster Cabin.
Haunting
right?
Haunting at Foster Place.
God damn it.
Why couldn't they just call us See How They Run?
Yeah. Throughout all of this, the showing up at the cabin and partying and whatnot, we get fleeting glimpses of a guy in the woods. And
taking a peek.
It's obviously a famous character actor, John Savage.
My theory is because at one point, the first point where I really noticed John Savage, he's clearly composited into the image.
Mm-hmm. By the moon. Oh,
what?
I just saw once prolific, now down as a character actor, John Savage outside.
You guys, I am fucking serious.
Yeah, I think they probably shot the movie and then they realized, oh, we need like an actor that somebody knows, and then they got his shit.
It's clear that, especially when you get to the ending, that's tacked on and not as it was originally.
Mm-hmm.
So they composited this man into a movie that was already shot.
Well, there were a couple like weird green screen scenes.
Yeah.
Like the whole movie takes place in this cabin in the woods, this haunted foster cabin in the woods. But for some reason, there's a shot of a couple of the actors in front of trees, and it's green screen.
Yeah,
as if you the whole time.
As if you can never find any woods, even to do pickup shots.
So then, boyfriend that Michelle dumped at the beginning of the movie threw his clothes out the window, classic. He shows up and he's like, I want to get back with you. I want to get back with you.
Randy, oh my God, what are you doing here?
I'm so sorry.
Stop.
Asshole.
I love you, but it doesn't mean that we have to be together.
He finds out about the demons. And this is one of the things I liked about this character, is that from his point of view, think about it. All day, he's probably been practicing what he's going to say to Michelle. He makes his trek out to the woods. He's been hanging out in the woods, and he finally gets his moment to say, hey, Michelle, I love you. In his world at this point, his worldview, it's just normal. It's just his ex-girlfriend. He knows nothing about demons. He knows nothing about clairvoyance. He knows nothing about this shit. But immediately, within 2 or 3 minutes, there's a demon, beheadings, and he just accepts it like, okay, we're in this fucking shit. Let's fight it. And it's like his worldview is not shook one iota. The fact that there's demons. I mean, he could have been fighting ninjas. He could have been fighting...
Because he's in love.
Because it's the power of love.
Love conquers all.
He seems like a nice guy. Whatever he did, I wasn't paying attention. Eventually, he looks like a skinhead.
Yeah.
But up until,
he gets a haircut between the dumping and 2 weeks later or whatever they say it is.
He had an audition.
But so he ends up becoming embroiled in this fight for survival against all the other girls who have become demons, with the exception of the Rolling Stone girl and then the blonde girl who was murdered. I don't know why she didn't become a demon. They just kill her with a hatchet, and some Green Mile gnats come out of her too, and she's just dead. They throw her head at one point. They do throw her. The demons are taunting Michelle and the boyfriend and the Rolling Stones girl.
Is that the head that endlessly rolls down the hill?
Run, Michelle.
It's a steep hill, or it's the same shot over and over again?
It's Chewbacca. It's a Chewbacca mask. And then it just looks like Chewbacca mask. It's got a beard. I don't know. Fingernails grow after you're dead and you sprout a beard. But
they do a Benny Hill thing. Whenever the demons are running, they're sped up inexplicably. Yeah. It's weird because there are shots in the film where they slow the footage down to extend it.
That's a Brawny guy.
This mess calls for Brawny. Okay, Brawny, do your thing.
And then maybe that's to compensate for half the film being sped up when the demons are running through the woods.
That's right. When the demons are sped up, so are the other actors too. It's like they couldn't divide them. Like, and the demons are having a great time. They're your standard Hollywood demon who enjoys being a demon. They're taunting the people. They're loving being demons. It seems to me that being a demon, not that terrible. So as the movie goes on, the main characters, our heroes, if you will, find another abandoned shack-like house in the woods. They go in. It's the Sheboygan, Wisconsin Museum of Insulation. Now this insulation in 1946 really started to get the ball rolling. They run into another girl they know who we haven't heard of in the entire movie. I missed this one on initial release. Ooh. New character.
What the hell is this?
And she's screwing a British guy.
Oh, hello. Who are you?
Hanging out with some random teabag British guy with tribal tattoos and a sweet necklace.
Hey, mate.
And then he tries getting with the Rolling Stones chick because she calls him teabag and she's into that.
I can't see shit in here.
Yeah, good luck, Chuck.
Actually, it's Wesley.
Actually, it's an expression, dumbass.
Oh, right. Like, you know, unruly slag is an expression.
Right, mate. You like Basil Rathbone? I feel like I'm walking at 9 3/4. Platform 9 3/4, you familiar? Can't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, you just might get what you want, mate.
And then she gets possessed by the demon flies and puts a Jack Daniels bottle through the back of his head, which what was my favorite death of the movie.
Admittedly good death, because he opens his mouth and the whiskey comes out.
Made of wood.
This is bloody great.
Wanna have some fun?
She's been possessed all this time. So Rolling Stone Girl was a monster. She's done some bad stuff to him. Oh! Nice. I like that quite a bit.
Boom, bitch.
Boom, bitch. Get out the way. Get out the way, bitch. Boom, bitch. They decide that they must build their own Ouija board and call the grandmother because they think the grandmother can help them, the spirit of the grandmother, and the plantain or whatever you call the...
Planchette.
They take the pancetta.
Pancetta.
And turns out the pancetta is part of the evil.
Well, it is made of bones. It
is
It's
made-
obviously
yeah.
a demonic thing that they should have realized.
So that was where the demon was, not so much the actual spirit board itself. The evil was in the...
Planchette.
And so you all were playing.
It was me, Dana, Jack, and Sharon.
So Jack and Dana get possessed by whatever comes to this board because they're in contact with it. So where does that put you?
Stuck in the house with two retards?
The R word in 2015.
It's not cool.
Wow.
See, I can say it because I'm mentally challenged.
Let your true colors shining through.
So then she becomes possessed, and basically we get to a point where the boyfriend is killed, or we think he's killed. He's taken away.
Randy, don't leave me alone!
It's not my choice. Everybody's dead basically except for Michelle, and then it's at that moment that Michelle is taken in by the brawny man, John Savage. Finally shows the reason he's here. He's a demon hunter.
It's pretty dangerous out there in the woods. Watch your shit.
He's the Codger, and in his living quarters, his trailer, he's got, a lot of stick figures and...
Very phallic stick figures.
They all have huge dicks on them.
Look at that hanging stick man. It has the biggest hanging stick man dick I've ever seen.
Oh.
Wait, where do you see it? Where do you see it?
It looks like that man's got 3 legs.
Look at it!
He does. Yeah, but they all have huge dicks on them. And so there's something...
I wish I knew he was the Codger when we
Yeah.
were watching. We got no direction that his character was the Codger.
No, he never...
He seems very friendly for
What the hell's a
woodsman.
Codger?
Just an old Codger. I think
Yeah, like
it's
an
a term for like an old
crusty
bum.
old
Yeah.
man.
Oh,
Oh,
dirty
get
old-
my goddamn lawn! I'll chew off, little kid.
Hobbies include poking fires, making stick figures with huge dicks, and hanging up his socks on a drying wire.
Oh, that's Necronomicon.
This is your book. I had friends once. Look here, have a great summer.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see you.
Ooh, is that like a wig or a comb over?
I think that's
That's
his
his
legit
hair.
hair.
That's his real hair.
Well, it'd be a fucked up wig, but
He's living in the woods. He's disheveled.
He's always
It's
done that.
naturally greasy.
Yeah, I don't see a shower there, Joe.
he's just gotta go in the creek with all the deer shitting in it upstream. If he goes downstream to make sure he can get the shit on him.
What the hell is
That tracks from bears.
Why does he have a big dick?
All of the guy things
All
that
his
this
puppets
guy,
have big dicks.
he's got a dick fetish.
Yeah, no, it's fine. He's mentally repressing something. That's right.
Why did you think that was a wig?
It just looks so disheveled. I didn't think like an actor of that status would let his hair get
He's a codger. He's living in the woods. He's airing his socks. He's poking a fire. Of course
Yeah,
his hair's gonna be disheveled.
But essentially, he ends up, there's some sort of ritual. He explains what's going on. And next thing you know, Michelle is taking multiple nude baths in a creek.
Oh, he's training her.
This is how you bathe in the creek.
Baptizing her
Oh, yeah.
in the ways of the demon hunter. Yeah, not necessary to be hunting
No,
demons
no,
topless.
no, no. She's gotta, yeah.
No, trust me. You gotta pop the boobs out. Yeah, wash your hair. Yeah, get all wet.
Yeah. While he waves some sort of incense around her and just an excuse for nudity.
It's implied that demons hate nipples.
Anyway, so finally we get to the climax of the film. John Savage, the Codger, kills almost all the demons.
Oh shit!
Decapitated. Nice.
Okay.
The boyfriend comes back. He's alive after all, but he's got something going wrong with him. He's sick. He's shaking. He's in pain.
Randy!
Stay there. You're not safe here, babe. I can.
Oh, you know what might have happened? He was running through the woods so much that his shirt chafed his nipples, and they hurt so bad he can't get up.
It's
Needs
a
to put
real-
band-aids on there.
You put them
He
band-aids
don't got
on.
band-aids in the woods.
Whoa!
Okay.
A pentagram of sorts is built, and Michelle stands in the middle of it, and she conjures her grandmother. And you think, okay, her grandmother's here. She's going to save the day. She ends up ripping the boyfriend's heart out. It's like 2 hours after Mongolian barbecue, and you're in the car. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
I can't make mud. I can't make mud.
So now I need the.
Pancetta.
Give it to me. Now!
Don't do it, Michelle. With the gates open, I can destroy her with it.
Codger's dead. Grandma's dead.
I don't want to wait for our lives to be over. I want to know right now, what will it be? I don't want to wait for our lives to be over. Will it be yes or will it be sorry?
Okay.
That's the end of the movie.
You there, girl? Did you wash your boobs today?
And that is the Foster House
Massacre?
massacre.
Well, no, you know what the thing of it is, though? That chick's going to prison. She was just in like a cabin with like 8 dead bodies in it.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Yeah, and she killed her own grandma again. She's going to jail for a long time.
I think those woods are actually possessed. Because remember, that cabin was burning for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And no forest ranger noticed. No fireman came out. So maybe within like the mild demonic radius of the woods, no, nothing comes in and out.
Oh, so you're saying if like CNN goes to investigate, they'll just like disappear in the hole in the
It'll
ground?
just be a regular ass cabin when they get there.
Like a Bermuda Triangle.
I'm kind of wondering because Joe croaking like a giant bullfrog the whole time, but I feel like I missed an important the reason why there was a possession. I can't imagine it was as simple as there's a Ouija board. There was something, a backstory with the grandmother, and how somehow Codger knows about demons. He's been preparing his entire life to kill these demons. I missed that. I don't really know what...
You answered it.
What? It's pretty clear that this is a movie that was chopped up or added on to, and it's not as it was originally supposed to be.
This movie went through multiple edits and rewrites and cut out Dave Grohl.
Rest in peace, Dave Grohl.
Yeah.
His
Hashtag
performance
rest in
was,
peace, Dave Grohl.
Yeah.
His performance was shit. They had to cut him out of the film.
Yeah.
What was it? What was it
His
originally
singing
called?
was phenomenal.
See How They Run.
See How They Run.
That would have been way more kick-ass. It was called See How They Run, and I could remember what it was actually called instead of Haunting at Fairgrounds Road. Or
Yeah. Yeah. On a scale of malevolent to benevolent, woo! Where would you rate Haunting at Foster Cabin?
I would rate it Malevolent. It's mostly benevolent, but there's a little bit of malevolent in it.
Malevolent, okay.
Yeah, I'd say if you've got like a little get-together going on, like you're gonna go to Pizza Hut and watch a couple movies at the buffet, like, you could maybe watch this and you're at the Grammys thing. You can stay there through lunch and dinner, and they can't kick you out because you haven't left yet. No, it's a little trick I've learned.
So you like the movie?
Yeah, it was okay.
Okay, you recommend the movie?
Yeah, sure.
I would like it more if it was called See How They Run, and Dave Grohl and Kane Hodder were in it. But
see, he would have been good.
Yeah, you know, I will say I will put. I'll do the first half benevolent, and the second half with the Codger malevolent. I don't know. I just felt it dragged. I just felt it dragged at the end. It was a lot more breezy when you had the girls and the demons and the drinking and the stripping.
I like the shower scene.
Yeah,
you saw everything.
I feel like pretty much across the board, it's an in-betweener. I don't know if I want to recommend it, but I didn't. It's not the worst thing I've ever had to sit through. It's like right in between. It's like someone tried and they kind of succeeded. It's not a billion-dollar blockbuster or anything. It kept my attention though. I don't know what that. Sure, watch it. I don't care.
I think maybe it's like kind of like whenever you go to like whenever you go to shoot an arrow and instead of hitting the bullseye, you accidentally hit a serial killer. So you missed a target, but you still did some good.
Google that right now and find where Joe stole that from.
No, it's mine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I would say it's a good get-together movie with your friends. I didn't hate the movie. I don't resent the movie. I wasn't sitting here really thinking, God, when is this movie going to end? There was a lot of effort put in the film. It does drag surprisingly, it drags once the actual actor or movie star shows up. It does drag a little bit. I will say that for everybody put their best into it. It didn't seem phoned in. Not the worst acting I've ever seen. I would recommend watching it. Just know what you're going into. It's a low budget Evil Dead-esque knockoff. But it might be a fun movie to watch with your friends who likes this kind of shit. So
I bet this was funded right after the Evil Dead remake came out. Probably.
Could be.
That's probably how they got their money.
Could be.
There were boobs.
Well, look at the camera, for Christ's sake.
I was gonna go.
Everybody talks to the camera. You stare at them.
Okay.
It's so weird.
Okay. I want to see what people are saying.
You can hear them.
Joe's not cut out for show business.
No.
And you just got your eyes dilated, so you can't see shit.
No. Yeah. Well, now they're okay. Okay.
He couldn't see the movie.
I was just hearing it. Well, I mean, I thought it was a decent movie, but I'd really just like hanging out with my buddies, because that's all I have. Because, otherwise I mostly just sit in a basement, like underneath my bed, because I think my parents coming and see me on the bed, so I hide under it now.
Can I go?
Great. I think we're done.